Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Amawan coming to you with another lesson, all in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, as always, I will start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors, as always, goes to our apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Well, and peace, blessings and salutations to the brothers out there, the hopeful elect, pushing this word out in truth and sincerity, and not to forget the great multitude of Israel that's destined for salvation, and those of them that believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So, I just wanted to start. I've got a few scriptures I want to get into. This is there's an end game to this thing of ours, and that is the kingdom of heaven, man, right? On earth as it is in heaven, right? So, rulership on this earth is coming by way of the return of Yahweh Shai, and in that kingdom, there's going to be an order. There's going to be an order of rulership, and obviously, it always starts with the Heavenly Father, and next is Yahweh Shai. And after Yahweh Shai comes King David, man. King David is coming back. Or King David, is going to, I'll say it like this, because, the prophets are back, and the men are back. But King David will be raised up in those days, man. In that day. And the scriptures tell you that. Right? For what? For rulership over the nation of Israel, man. Along and beneath the king, you have the elect, man. The elect are the future judges of the nation of Israel, man. All right. So, for all we know, some brothers say, some elders and that say that, King David's back, but we know no one knows who that is. But the raising up is into his position, man. All right. So let's read this. It says, the word that came, this is Jeremiah 20:1. It says, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah. So when you read that, it's not saying that the Lord is going to put Israel and Judah back into captivity. That's meaning the redemption, right? They're to be redeemed from captivity, right? Saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. So we're going to kick those small hats into correction and take back what belongs to us, man, what has been promised to us. They're out there faking the funk right now, and everybody believes it, even people of our own nation. Right? So it says, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Now the two kingdoms, right? For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? So it says he shall be saved out of it, man. That concerns the elect. That scripture concerns the fact that the rest, the 2/3 in Babylon, and the rest of the wicked remnants, around across the face of the earth, they're not going to be saved out of it, man. The only ones that are going to be saved out of it is the elect, and the elect is comprised of the 144,000 first and foremost, and that remnant, man. It's not just the 144,000; it's the remnant also. So that saving out of it is for the elect, right? That's not to say that dark times aren't coming for the elect, but they're gonna be saved out of it, meaning that they're not gonna perish in those times, man. They're gonna make it to the end and see the downfall of this kingdom and see the return of Yahweh Shai and see, you know, those that have passed on in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua risen from the grave, man. All right, they're gonna see those that are saved in those last moments, man. In that final hour, man. They're gonna see them rise up. Okay. It says, verse 8 says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves with him." So that's that, that's that bringing again the captivity, man. And basically, gets breaking us out of it, right? But they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. So, once more we're gonna have we have a ruling nation and a king as the figurehead, man. All right, and then above him Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, man. All right, the only ruling nation on the planet. There ain't gonna be any other governments, any other kingdoms, any other sovereignties like that. Any other royalty. There's no other monarchy other than the monarchy of Israel, man. Or I'd say Yahweh Shem Yahushua, really. So yeah, King David will be raised up again, man. Put in his rightful position as King of Israel, man. Right there it says, "Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity." See, so what we're doing, this work doesn't only help to redeem us, but our seed, man, our children, man. We do this. Those of us that have children, we do this to save them out of this as well, man. It says, "And thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest." Right? Is that all we need? We need rest, man. We need rest physically, spiritually, and mentally, man. This place is not doing nothing but destroying us as a people, spiritually, physically, and mentally, man. All right? Constantly worried about making ends meet, constantly worried for your life, constantly worried for your children or your close ones, worried about what these devils are going to do, man. Because remember, the rest of the nations are our enemy, man. So we're on our own out here. And they're in cahoots, man. They're confederates, man. Remember that. It says, "And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid." Ever. We're going to be undaunted in life. No worries, man. Right? A Hakuna Matata, man. Remember that song from Lion King? What did it mean? It means no worries for the rest of your days, man. And that's what we're looking forward to, man. That's just coming, and it's coming, man. I make no bones about it. All right. We are going to live deliciously, just like Esau and the rest of these heathens have, man. All right, and off of their blood, sweat, and tears, man. Verse 11 says, "For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee. Yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. So that's for the wicked of our nation, man. They have to get destroyed, man, on this side of things. They'll be brought back through in the kingdom, man. All right? But, the scripture tells you that all Israel shall be saved, man. It says, for thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one. Who's that talking about? The wicked, man. Edom, Esau, the Edomites, man. It says, I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one. The wicked, man. Malachi tells you who the wicked is. For the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. So he set them demons, them devils, them Edomites against us, who he created to be the wicked, man, to put us under this heat that we've been getting, man. And they've been doing a damn good job, man. They've been doing a damn fine job of it. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. So, the Lord's doing it, man. And that's what these stupid jakes don't understand. Where was he when we was in slavery? He put you in that, man, for your wicked behaviors. So don't ask stupid questions about where was your power when you was going through this captivity in that, because you knew where he was back when Marshal Moses took us out of captivity back in them days, man. You knew where he was then, and you denied him. Right? You started worshipping false idols, man. Therefore, you had to be destroyed. You had to be whittled down to very few. And then you had to be cursed, man, because you still wouldn't hearken. So don't ask these questions about, that's a spit in the face of the Lord, man, because he showed you that he was there. And you turned your backs on the Lord, man. That's why he turned his back on you, or us, which I should say, when we was in all these captivities, man. Anyway, that's all going to change, because the Lord is merciful, and he says, what? Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee. In fact, let me just dwell back on that one a little bit. all they that devour thee shall be devoured, man. That's not just talking about Esau, right? That's talking about all these heathens, that have been against us, man. I did a video about that stupid Peckham woman, right? But ultimately, that man that put his hands around her throat showed what he was about. And people like them, man, they are our enemy, man. Okay? They're against us, and he showed his true colours, man. So they're the devourers as well. Why are they devourers? Because they're in our neighbourhoods making riches off of us, man. They're making riches off of us. Their shops, they do their shops and that look shabby and all that, man. But when you go into their homes, man, they got the finest houses. They're all around where I live, man. So I see it. Big old houses. They buy a house and then they buy the house next door, and then the other family moves, the other part of their family moves into that house. They're living deliciously, man, off of us. They're devouring us. Right, so it's not just about Esau, man. These other heathen nations that had a piece of us, they had their pound of flesh from us, man, they're gonna pay as well. They're all going into captivity, man. I'm gonna read that again. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And this is the kingdom talking. This is what's gonna happen. This kingdom of heaven that these Christians preach about is not for everybody. Not everyone's gonna be living like that, man. Just like in this kingdom, not everyone's living large. All right. Only a certain amount of people, a few select people are living like that, and that's just how it's going to be for us, man. Verse 17 says, For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Like I said, we're out here on our own, man. And I wasn't even going to read all of this, man, but Spirit's just on me to just just go through it. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. Right, so let me move on now, because the point was made there. I made the point early, but I decided to read on a little bit. So let's go to the book of Ezekiel 37. And let's read it from 15. I've got some more to read, but I want to read 15 from 15. So Ezekiel 37:15 says, The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. So when you see the prophets out there, and they show you the sign of the nations, and then they show you the signs of the tribes, man, that's that unification right there, man. And then you check the camps out. Not every camp has it, but especially in Babylon, man, you have the two kingdoms together, teaching in the same camps, man. That's a prophecy right there. Who would? And now, if you didn't know this about this truth, you would never have imagined that you'd see that happening, man. Because for years, those two nations have been pitted against each other, not understanding that they're of the same ilk, of the same kin. Right, but now it's come, that prophecy's come to pass, man, and now you have brothers from the northern and the southern kingdom out there on the highways and the hedges, man, teaching together, man. Verse 18 says, And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. So the Lord is now has Judah and Israel in one hand, man. Doing out there, controlling them, doing his work, man. The prophets. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land, right? And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, as we read in Jeremiah 30, King David, right? And they shall no more be two, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. So one nation, one king, as it should be, complete unification. Beautiful, man. See, when you have the Spirit, man, and you read these scriptures, it comes to life in your mind. You can envision it. Or is it just the word vision it? No, envision. You can envision it, man. You know, you can see that. You can see it. It says, neither, verse 23 says, neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. And King David, my servant, as we read, shall be a king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. Why is that? Because he's gonna write it in our hearts, man. Let's get something. Right, let's just read it. From 16, so Ezekiel 11 and 16 says, therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. And that sanctuary has come to us by way of the Spirit and the scriptures, man, understanding the word, man, you know, and teaching it. That's the sanctuary, man, because now we have, you know, we have that we have the Lord's name, which gives us, you know, that covering, man. The scriptures talk about the name of the Lord is a strong tower, man, and he that runneth into it is safe. So without the information that we've been granted, you know, through the scriptures and through the Spirit, man, the name of the Lord, the understanding of the scriptures and all of that, that's that sanctuary, man. Without this, we're just like the rest of them jakes out there that are doomed. Verse 17 says, therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel, and they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations thereof from thence. And I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and I will give them an heart of flesh, that they may walk in my statutes and keep mine ordinances and do them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. Right? So the Lord's going to put in his elect, right? They're going to, well, eventually in the kingdom, we're all going to walk like that, man. We're all going to have the laws, statutes, and commandments written in us, man. So we can never sin, because death is not a possibility in the kingdom. Therefore, sin can't be a possibility for us in the kingdom, because the wages of sin is death, man. So if we be able to sin in the kingdom, that would mean that we'd be able to die. But because there is no sin in the kingdom, then we must become immortals, man. Right? Immortals, man. Let's go to Romans 11. Yeah, 25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part has happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. So that the Gentiles are talking about those of us that have lived outside of the knowledge of being Israelites, man. That's all that is. There's no such thing as adoption from other nations. This is all about Israel. Like the heathens do not get adopted into anything. You can't be redeemed, right? If the Lord never had you in the first place, right? So and it goes on to tell you, verse 26 says, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins. All right. So this is I've kind of gone all over the little place a little bit with this, but the point was this is the future, man. The future is rulership, our kingdom, Yahweh Shai, King David, the elect, the righteousness, the rulership. But it's all about the righteousness, man. It's all about having no sins, man. All right. Let's go to a couple more, man. I'm gonna close that. This is I'll drag this one out a little bit, and I know sometimes attention spans can wane. No, it's not what I want. I was gonna get that, but I don't need to get that now. And I just wanted to read this, man, just to show you, Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai is the son of David, man. All right. Yahweh Shai is King Solomon, man. So Matthew 15 and 21 says, then Yahweh Shai went thence and departed to the coast of Tyre and Sidon, and behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. Right? So they understood the lineage, man. And I'm not saying that she understood the reincarnation, but she understood the lineage, because the scriptures tell you that he's the seed, of David, man. From the root of Jesse, yeah. But he answered her not a word, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And that was the point there. All right. This kingdom that is coming All you heathens out there should be in dismay, because it's not for you. All that you had over us is going to come to naught, because we are going to be over you eternally. All right. And eventually, the rest of you heathens, forgetting you Edomites, you're going to enjoy it, because you're going to have righteousness. Things you're going to have to learn it, but that you're going to see through us that the world would have always been a better place with us in our right minds ruling it, man. Fair judgment and justice, clean food and water, healthy lifestyles, no disgusting debauchery, none of this low vibration shit that Esau likes to come with, because he's the basis of all men, man. He's the basis of men. So he's low, man, and the things that he does are vile, filthy and rotten. He's the son of perdition, remember? Destruction. He steals, kills, and destroys men. All right? But you're going to see when we're in charge how life could have always been. And that doesn't just go for the heathens, that goes for the heathens of our own people, man. All right? Those that are going to awake to shamefaced, man. I'll try and close out after this one. So this will make the point, and then I can close out after this. So Isaiah 42:1, it says, "Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect." Right? Just a reminder that this is what it's about. All right? Because you got a lot of these silly jakes walking around just because they heard that they were Israelites, perceiving that they're going to be doing this, that, and the third in the kingdom, man. All right? Rulership, the true commandmanship, like, if that's a word, the true governing body is going to be for the elect, the 144,000. And Lord willing, I'm a part of that. So it says, "Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He shall not fail nor be discouraged till he have set judgment in the earth, and the isles shall wait for his law." Thus saith the Lord. So thus saith Yahweh. Select, I'm reading it wrong. Thus saith the power, the Lord Yahweh, "He that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spread forth the earth and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and the spirit to them that walk therein. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. I am the Lord, that is my name. I am the Lord Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images." And that will be that, man. That will be that. Right? True rulership, righteousness, and judgment in righteousness is coming upon the earth, man. All right? And we look forward to that. You can't get any justice here. Everything is set up to destroy you. As I said before, physically, spiritually, mentally, man. But that's about to change. All right? the Spirit is moving, prophecies are coming to pass. We can see the finish line. Sifting is happening, a lot of mad stuff's going on, and it's about to get crazier out here, man. So the idea is now to cleave onto this and stay strong, and pray that you make it to the end, man. So with that, I'll give all praises once more to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kahakdash. I'll say Shalom, and obviously, as always, I say, that I pray that this was an edifying lesson, So with that, I'll say Shalom.